the 18 years that I've been serving the Iowa House, I kind of got labeled as the gun guy. I've tried to scale back my role in that as majority leader because I no longer have the opportunity to serve on standing committees except in rare circumstances. But I have dealt a lot with Second Amendment issues, and so I know enough to be dangerous, shall we? Current law right now is you cannot discharge a firearm within 200 yards of a habit dwelling. That also applies when you're around livestock and things like that. That's current law right now. So if you're within 200 yards of, like, my neighbor literally right across the street on the end of our dead end road, if they had a problem with me doing some range time in my backyard, they could. They don't. We live in an HOA. Everybody in the community shoots firearms. So, I mean, it's all right. But if somebody is, you know, shooting a firearm that is within that 200-yard range and they're not being safe about it, current law says that they would be prohibited from doing that. So 200 yards, I mean, we all know how long 200 yards is. It's a pretty good distance. You've got to be out to where your firearm and your bullets are not going to be hitting somebody else or somebody else's property.
Does that address your issue?
Yeah, I have a question about that. I did one time call the county sheriff's office. Most of the houses in my neighborhood in rural Wyoming County are well within that 200-yard range. And I've got a lot of noise pollution along with that. Where they call their friends up and they come out and they shoot all day. You know, you can't go outside on a weekend without hearing gunfire. So I called the county sheriff and they come out and said, he was real arrogant about it. And he said, you know what? He said, they can go out at midnight and start shooting if they want. That's the law. And he said, if you don't like it, talk to your legislature.
Well, then they probably don't have a clear understanding of the law as it currently stands, because that is in Iowa code. 200 yards of an inhabited dwelling, they are not allowed to fire. And so I don't have the code section right in front of me, but I can find it and get it to you, because they are supposed to enforce that very rigidly.
Well, I guess my other question is, you got people that go out with ARs where they travel 10,000 feet, a projectile, 2 miles?
It
200
depends on your
yards.
trajectory. I mean, if you're shooting up in the air, it might have, depending on the ballistics of the bullet and how much powder's behind it, what kind of grain you're using. I don't know that 10,000 feet would be the distance that would go. I know in the Marine Corps, when I was doing my AR-15 rifle range, we would have to shoot at 500 yards prone position, but even those bullets, green tips wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, it's just, to me, it's too close of a proximity to be shooting, period.
Understood, and I'm not disparaging anybody in the local sheriff department or anything like that, but they should be enforcing that law. It's 200 yards.
I'll bring that up to them.
Okay.
Thank you.